This handbook describes the various environmental conditions affecting human survival and describes isolated personnel, IP, activities necessary to survive during successful evasion or isolating events leading to a successful recovery. It is the fundamental reference document providing guidance for any USAF service member who has the potential to become isolated. Deviations require sound judgment and careful consideration. This publication provides considerations to be used in planning and execution for effective mission accomplishment of formal USAF survival, evasion, resistance, and escape, SERE, training, environmentally specific SERE training, and combat survival continuation training programs. The tactics, techniques, and procedures in this publication are recognized best practices presenting a solid foundation to assist USAF service members to maintain life and return with honor from isolating events. The moment an individual or team encounters an isolating event, the assigned mission is to return to friendly control without giving aid or comfort to the enemy, to return early and in good physical and mental condition. On first impressions, friendly control seems to relate to a combat situation. However, even in peacetime, the environment may be quite hostile. Imagine a pilot parachuting into the Arctic when it is -40 degrees Fahrenheit, or an explosive ordnance disposal crew separated by the detonation of a roadside bomb in the desert where temperatures may soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Neither of these situations is particularly agreeable. The possibilities for encountering hostile conditions affecting human survival are endless. Isolated personnel who egress in aircraft or are isolated from teammates on the ground may confront situations difficult to endure. The second segment of the mission, without giving aid or comfort to the enemy, is directly related to a combat environment. This part of the mission may be most effectively fulfilled by following the moral guide, the Code of Conduct. Remember, however, that the Code of Conduct is useful to an IP at all times and in all situations. Moral obligations apply to the peacetime situation as well as in wartime. The final phase of the mission is to return early and in a good physical and mental condition. A key factor in the successful completion of this part of the mission may be the will to survive. This will is present, in varying degrees, in all human beings. Although successful survival is based on many factors, those who maintain this important attribute will increase their chances of success. Categorizing this mission into organizational components, the three goals of an IP are to maintain life, maintain the honor, and return. SERE training courses provide training in the skills, knowledge, and attitudes necessary for an IP to successfully perform the fundamental survival goals. Surviving is extremely stressful and difficult. The IP may be constantly faced with hazardous and difficult situations. The stresses, hardships, and hazards, typical of an isolating event, are caused by the cumulative effects of existing conditions. Maintaining life and honor and returning, regardless of the conditions, may make surviving difficult or unpleasant. The IP mission forms the basis for identifying and organizing the major needs of an IP, so the IP can reach their goals, the decisions an isolated personnel makes, and the actions taken in order to survive to determine their prognosis for surviving. The three primary elements of the isolated personnel's mission are the conditions affecting survival, isolated personnel's needs, and the means for surviving.